any trouble getting up for the SMU game?
Oh no, I've gotten into a good habit of waking up early, going to bed earlier, so kind of prepared myself for that, so it wasn't too bad.
What were your takeaways from the first game of the season?
You know, I think there's a lot of good things that we did, but also obviously still a lot of room for improvement. Because it was just the first game, we got to see what a lot of young guys could do, and what the chemistry was like, and of course still a lot to build on that. You know, got a long season.
To some degree, is it better to maybe have a season opener against a team that's not such a formidable opponent?
I don't know if it's better or worse. It's just it's an opportunity really to see what the team's about. You know, first game is an opener. Is what it is. Whether it's Southern or the Ohio State first game, we're gonna go out there and give it our best, depending on no matter who we play.
Now that you've had a time to look at film and kind of assess, what was the takeaways for you in terms of what you thought of the defense?
Kind of the same thing, just a lot of guys. We have a lot of athletes out there and kind of people in different positions maybe than they have been in the past. And it was good to see that we had guys that were able to work together and communicate well, ones, twos, and threes. So we have a lot of depth. And that's what we were able to see from this game against Southern.
Played a little end last year, but you had a little more time to prepare for that this year coming to the first game of the year. Talk about your transition to that spot.
When it comes down to being a linebacker and then a defensive end, it's a completely different ball game down there. But the best way that I could adjust is just by going out there and just trying to be an athlete and focus on my 111, as Coach P has talked about so many times, go out there and do my best job that I can in my position, no matter what it is. And so for me, that's really all I could do. That's all I focused on.
He's made it sound like there'll still be some games where you get some run at linebacker too. Does that excite you, knowing you could be used in a variety of different ways?
Yeah, it is exciting, Like, just the same goes whenever they said, hey, go do defensive end for a few days. I was like, it'd kind of be fun to go change it up, go be on the edge, pass rush a little bit. And so I think change is good because it keeps you on your toes and you don't feel like you're just kind of going through the motions because you got to adjust what you have to do to be successful. And so it's been a fun change, but I look forward to going back and forth,
You've been around a while. What do you think of when SMU comes to mind?
Rivalry, the Iron Skillet, those two things. The tradition of the game itself and how exciting it always is. SMU always gives us a good run, and it's always a really hard-fought game. So it's always an exciting one to look forward to each year.
I mean, with Ohio State not too far away, is it kind of nice maybe playing a rival to get you guys locked in and so maybe not looking ahead a week?
I mean, either way, no matter who you're playing the next week or, I think either way, it's just the next game in front of you is always it's fun when it is a rivalry game, being SMU. I don't think the game afterwards now we're really worried about. We're really focused on SMU at this point. No matter who we had next, we could have been Southern that we had in the third game. We would still be the same kind of focus on SMU.
It's kind of strange going up against an offense that's going to be, run by a head coach who was on the staff here last year.
Yeah, it is kind of wild.
Me,
yeah, there's a lot of connection between the staff and players between SMU and TCU, so that makes it more fun. Makes it kind of exciting, especially for you guys. But I'm looking forward to it because Coach Dykes is a great guy, and he took some other guys from our staff as well, and it'll be fun to see them again, on the field, but of course from different sidelines.
What were your initial thoughts when they approached you about becoming a defensive end?
Gotta do what I gotta do to help the team. You can't have any room to be selfish when you're out here playing for a team, playing for Coach Patterson, because if he believes that I can be a successful defensive end, then I'll take that as high praise. That dude knows what he's talking about. So I'm gonna go out there, and whether it's at linebacker, defensive end, he trusts me to be able to play. And so whether it's at linebacker or defensive end, I'm gonna go and give him my best.
Do you think that transition came because of, say, how well Wallows developed at linebacker?
I think it's more than even just that. It's basically Coach P is looking at from an outside perspective of at each piece and who would fit best in the difference in whatever position. And so it's not just Wallow. Wallow's done a great job. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that because he definitely has. He's developed tremendously as an athlete. But there's a lot of other things that go into it aside from just one player necessarily.
What was your assessment of Sean, his game, on the other side of the ball?
Yeah, I think he did a great job. He's an exciting kid to watch play. He's a good dude, too, so I like seeing him have success. It's fun to watch.
What's it like going against him in practice?
You won't really go against much better, as elusive as he is, and that's good practice, especially as a defensive end pass rushing and a linebacker just trying to, play the pass and the run. But then he also has a really strong arm, so he can go out there and sling the ball all over the place. And sometimes you think you have great coverage, and he still completes it. You're like, what the heck? There's nothing else I could do. But
Did you
it's
see-
great to have him.
Sorry, did you see the quote that the Southern coach had after the game about you?
Yeah, I did. I thought that was really cool. I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from a head coach.
Now that Cortland's on the other side of the ball, does that affect your team's preparation at all for SMU's offense?
Oh, SMU still has a lot of great players. The way we game plan is we still are trying to find a way to lock down each and every one of them to give ourselves a chance to win. Because just because Cortland Sutton's not there doesn't mean they have someone else that can't fill his shoes, because they have some athletes over there.